Hey, what's going on, guys? Wanted to shoot a quick video just taking a little bit of a deeper dive into SCHD, very popular US dividend equity ETF in the market today. It's performed very well over the past several years as well. So let's go ahead and dive in, look at some of the top holdings here. So I think this is according to their website. I think this is all their holdings, sitting at 104 holdings. And yeah, let's go ahead and dive through some of these top holdings here. So let's look at the first 10 here. So it looks like AbbVie is their biggest holding, sitting at, zoom in a little bit there so you guys can see it. AbbVie is their top holding, ticker symbol ABBV. If you're not familiar with what that company is, it's a pharmaceutical company. Definitely go check it out. They have 12 million shares and it's sitting at right around at 4.26% of their portfolio there. AbbVie is a pretty big dividend payer as well. So yeah, so that's the top holding. Looks like Cisco's coming in at second biggest there at 37 million shares, 4.23% of the portfolio. Pepsi, everybody loves some Pepsi. They're sitting at 10 million shares, 4.18. Next one's Broadcom, 4.15%. Pfizer, 4.15%. Texas Instruments, 4.15%. Coca-Cola, 4.12%. Verizon, 4.07%. UPS, 4.06%, and so on. I'm not going to go through all these here, but you can see, some of these stocks are, very popular. Most of us are very aware of a lot of these bigger holding stocks. So pretty cool there. So let's go ahead and look at, let's see if they have some more information on their website. Just looking at the fact sheet here. So the fund goal is to track as closely as possible before fees and expenses to the total return of the Dow Jones US Dividend 100 Index. So that's important to notice. I was not familiar with that. That's the actual index that they're tracking. So pretty cool there. Straight cost, low cost fund offering potential tax efficiency. The fund can serve as part of the core or complement in a diversified portfolio. Tracks an index focused on the quality and sustainability of dividends. So a lot of blue chip stocks in there. Invest in stocks selected for fundamental strength relative to their peers based upon financial ratios. So 0.06, like the description mentions, that's a very competitive expense ratio. Sitting at 101 holdings. This is the index it's trying to follow. Portfolio turnover rate, 15%. So that's a little bit higher than some of the other ones. And pretty much what that means is just how often they're turning over, various shares in their holdings. So on the investment style, they're on large cap value. Overall rating 5-star, 3 years 5-star, 5 years 5-star, 10 years 5-star. Yeah, so pretty cool. So this is a fund. The SCHD fact sheets, definitely go check that out on their website. Just gives you some more details about, about their, ETF here. Actually all ETFs will have something similar to this, just describing, what the purpose of that particular ETF is, because there are tons of ETFs out there today. 3.38% dividend yield as of 12/31. This is going to fluctuate with the price. A PE ratio of 15. Price to book, price to cash flow, return on equity. Sector weighting, looks like its biggest sector is tech, followed by financials, followed by consumer staples, followed by healthcare, industrials, and so on. So it looks like their top 10 holdings have changed a little bit since December, because previously it was Broadcom, Verizon, Pfizer, Merck, Coke, Lockheed Martin, Pepsi, Cisco, and as we saw earlier, AbbVie is now the top holding as of March. So that's interesting. So that's going to change. Their top 10 holdings are going to change. They have fund managers that are going to, change that. So interesting. So that looks like that's it for, the fact sheet here. But just coming back up here to the top 10 holdings again, where was that at? Oh, so that was on the other screen. So I don't think it's on this sheet because this sheet hasn't been updated. Yep. So it hasn't been updated since December. But the other sheet we saw, AbbVie was as of March 21st. So just actually as of today, their top 10 holdings have updated there. So that's very, very interesting. But yeah, so that's a quick little rundown. Who is this product good for? If you want a dividend ETF in your portfolio, this could definitely be a solid option for you. It's definitely became a lot more popular over the years. I want to open up Portfolio Visualizer and just show you guys kind of how it's compared to SPY and some of the other, some of the other popular ETFs out there. So let's go to backtest, and so let's compare it to SPY. Oops, here we go. Okay, it's not gonna let us. Oh, okay, so this is not exactly what I'm looking for. Let's see if we can go to, also that's asset backtest portfolio. Here we go. Okay, so let's do SCHD. That's our first one. Let's do SPY 100, and let's do, I don't know, VTI, I guess, for the last one. Fix this here. Make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see that. Come down and click Analyze Portfolios. So this is a illustration from 2011, because I think that's, I'm not sure which ETF out of these started then, but this website will go back to the earliest data and pretty much start that date range. So it looks like over the past 12 years or so, this is kind of, how they've performed. So all very similar. It does look like, SCHD since 2011 has been outperforming SPY. Like I mentioned before, it's going to be hard to really indicate, future, like it's going to be hard to project future returns. Sorry about that, music playing in the background. But it's outperformed SPY the past 12 years, but who knows if it's going to continue to be able to outperform, S&P 500. But definitely interesting to see it has outperformed over the past 12 years or so. That's really cool. Its worst year has been down negative 5.56% versus SPY's is negative 18.17%. Let's zoom in a little bit here. And then versus the VTI, which is negative 19.51%. Its best year, 32.89. VTI looks like it's beat in that column. Sharp ratio, a couple other different indicators here. Its beta is a little bit less, so 0.92. But yeah, so definitely some things to look at. I like to analyze past performance just to get an indication, but like I mentioned before, past performance does not always 100% help you project future returns. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, so this is from 2012. It looked like it just updated there, but 2012 to 2023, it does look like SCHD has been outperforming SPY. So pretty interesting there. I wonder if this is including like dividends reinvested, reinvesting dividends. Okay. So let's actually display the income too. So that's probably pretty cool to look at what kind of income you've had over the years. I'm not sure where that's going to show at. So portfolio income. Okay. So Schwab is the blue one here. In 2012 you would have received around $313 versus $249 and $245. $359. So it looks like it's growing. I mean, all of them are growing, right? And that's the great thing about, investing into stocks or ETFs that have, decent dividend growth rates. Your income is going to, grow every year. But it does look like, it's starting to exponentially separate itself from the other two. So that's interesting to see there. Looks like it stayed the same. Oh no, it jumped up $200. But yeah, I mean, that's the cool thing about investing into the stock market. These businesses are going to typically adjust for inflation. So your investment is going to, hopefully theoretically keep up with inflation. So that's a great inflation hedge in my opinion. Dividend growth is very important. But yeah, so this is pretty neat. So it's outperformed SPY over the past 10 years or so, and it's produced substantially, almost double in some cases, the amount of income. It started to double right here, it looks like. Not quite, but it's getting pretty close. But yeah, so definitely an interesting ETF. Who knows if it's going to be able to continue to outperform SPY. It would definitely be interesting if it can stay up with its current growth projections and stuff like that. But you're getting a higher overall CAGR, right? And you're getting a higher income. So it's definitely something to look at. Not a financial advisor here, so definitely do your own research with that. But yeah, I mean, SCHD, what's it sitting at? It's sitting at $72.28. So yeah, definitely go check it out. Do your own research though. Make sure it makes sense for your portfolio. I just kind of want to do like a little bit of a deeper dive here and kind of see how it's performed, against other popular indexes out there. Once again, I'll leave a link to this website as well. Portfolio Visualizer is really cool. How you can, just look at the previous years and how it's performed, and you can quickly create some different portfolios here. You can even do like individual stocks too and see how it's performed against the market. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to be it for today's video. Just kind of wanted to do a little bit of a deeper dive into SCHD and give you some insights from my point of view on this one. But once again, guys, not financial advice. Do your own research. And yeah, thanks again for watching. Subscribe, comment down below.